Arsenal are running the risk of losing yet another promising youngster to Manchester United following Chido Obi Martin's departure. The Gunners are reportedly attempting to get 18-year-old centre-back Aidan Heaven to sign a new contract at the Emirates Stadium, with United reportedly making contact with their Premier League rivals to acquire the hot prospect's services. Heaven will see his current deal in North London expire in the summer. He was spotted at Old Trafford on Thursday evening, January 23rd, to see the Red Devils run out 2-1 winners over Rangers in the Europa League, further adding fuel to the fire of speculation pertaining to his future. So far, he's made just one senior appearance for Arsenal, coming off the bench in October's 3-0 win over Preston North End in the Carabao Cup. Mikel Arteta has also previously lauded the star's capabilities, signifying that he could have a future under him should he continue to grow as a player. Following a 2-1 pre-season win over United at the SoFi Stadium over the summer, Arteta said of the talent, "Very impressive. I don't know how many players are able to do that on a stage like this at his age. He's lost a duel against one of the strongest and fastest players in the world. It can happen. But the reaction afterwards, the composure, the quality, the body language that he had were all remarkable. I'm really happy with him." Heaven, who can also play at left-back or in the centre of midfield, kicked off his youth career with West Ham in 2015 before switching allegiance to Arsenal 4 years later. And Eintracht Frankfurt have also reportedly shown an interest in the youngster, although a move to Germany doesn't look to be his priority at present. Should United be successful in turning Heaven's head, he would come as the second young prospect that they have taken from Arsenal in the space of just 5 months. They welcomed 17-year-old Obi Martin to the Northwest in September in a significant coup given the forward's potential. The Danish sensation had only spent 2 years in the youth ranks of Arsenal before United acquired his signature, and he wasted no time in hitting the ground running for the Red Devils, scoring a hat-trick in his first academy start in a 6-0 win over Nottingham Forest. Should Heaven follow in Obi Martin's footsteps to Old Trafford, it would undoubtedly be a massive blow to Arsenal, particularly with Arteta maintaining a path to the first team for their brightest sparks. It would also be a huge win for United in equal measure given their poor senior recruitment in recent years. Manchester United and Fulham are due to face off at Craven Cottage on Sunday, and the game will kick off at a time not especially familiar to Premier League matchgoers. The two teams will face off on Sunday, with the match kicking off at 7 p.m. By the time the match gets underway, the other 18 Premier League teams will all have played their weekend fixtures. United and Fulham were also involved in the final match of the opening game week of the season. On that occasion, the Manchester club left it late to snatch all 3 points, with Joshua Zirkzee the match winner on his Premier League debut. Since then, the club's fortunes have reversed. Fulham have spent much of the campaign in the top half, currently occupying 10th spot, but United are down in 13th after a tough season which saw Erik Ten Hag sacked in October. In short, the match has been given its kick-off time because it has been chosen for TV by TNT Sports. The broadcaster's traditional slot of 12:30 p.m. on a Saturday cannot be used, with United having played in the Europa League on Thursday night. With Sky Sports showing matches at 2 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, TNT have been unable to schedule a clash. A 12 p.m. Sunday kickoff had been floated, but this was deemed too close to the finish of United's Thursday night victory over Rangers. Had the game not been selected for TV, it would likely have been played on Sunday at 2 p.m. That is the time slot given to the non-televised match between Tottenham and Leicester, with Spurs having also been in Europa League action during the week. United's head coach Ruben Amorim didn't appear too optimistic about the availability of defensive duo Lenny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt on Sunday. Neither man was able to complete the full 90 against Rangers, with Bruno Fernandes bailing the team out with a late winner I don't know, Amorim told reporters. Lenny has a pain, and Marta was a bruise from a touch. Lenny was a little bit tired. He is playing more in this moment, so we have to be really careful, and we will see. I don't know. Fulham are without Kenny Teat and Rice Nelson for the match, though Nelson is close to a return. However, Sander Berge, who was linked with Manchester United before joining Marco Silva's side, returned from injury for the Cottagers' last league game. Manchester United have little over a week to make their final moves in the January transfer window. United have seen Ethan Ennis, Joe Hugel and Ethan Williams head out on loan, but have yet to complete any of the high-profile deals they have been linked to. For the moment, Marcus Rashford remains at Old Trafford, and the Red Devils have yet to agree a deal for Patrick Dorgu. Alejandro Garnacho's future is at the top of agenda amid interest from Chelsea and Liverpool. Boss Ruben Amorim was coy over any talk over his future, however. "I am focused on the games and he is here. He is here playing for Manchester United," he said. "He was really important for us today. So let's see in the next days." Ruben Amorim is frustrated by Manchester United's transfer inactivity this month, report the Men. Amorim is said to have not been made fully aware of United's financial issues when he agreed to join the club, though United sources suggest the 39-year-old was given a full breakdown of the club's incomic realities. The ex-Sporting CP head coach was told by the United hierarchy that they would have to sell before being able to complete signings in the January window. The club are said to be adamant they would only sell players out of choice and not be pressured into exits, however. While Manchester United still set for negotiations over Patrick Dorgu, the club are confident of making another signing. The club have made contact with 18-year-old Arsenal defender Aiden Heaven, who made his senior Arsenal debut against Preston earlier this term, per reports. United are said to be leading the race for Heaven's signature, and the player was reportedly in attendance as the Red Devils beat Rangers in the Europa League. Eintracht Frankfurt are also interested in the teenager who attended one of their matches earlier in the month. Arsenal are also said to have a proposal for Heaven to extend his time with the club before his contract expires in the summer. Antony was scheduled to travel on Friday evening to complete his loan move to Real Betis. The Brazilian winger has struggled to make an impact at United this season. Both clubs are set to share Antony's salary as the 24-year-old moves to La Liga for the remainder of the season. Sky Sports claim Betis will pay a minimum of 84% of his salary. Fabrizio Romano reports the deal is done, and Antony's arrival in Spain would see the transfer complete. United are said to have got in touch with João Felix's agent over a possible move from Chelsea. The Portuguese ace joined the Blues in the summer from Atletico Madrid, but has not become a starting option for Enzo Maresca. Sports Scene, via Guilherme Sport, claim United contacted Jorge Mendes earlier this week to discuss the possibility of a transfer. Direct contact over a deal with Chelsea is yet to take pulse. Felix would offer Amorim some versatility across the forward positions and possibly see him well suited to the head coach's system. The club are reportedly hopeful that the prospect of greater minutes could lure Felix from Stamford Bridge. By the looks of things, it's going to be one heck of a long road back to the summit of English football for Manchester United. The Red Devils slumped to their 10th Premier League defeat of the season on Sunday, a result that not only left them 13th in the table, but also caused manager Ruben Amorim to blow a gasket in the dressing room. Performances have been drab and underwhelming, much like the club's recent record in the transfer market. It stands to reason, therefore, that United should start looking inwards rather than outwards for solutions. And why not? They've got some talented youngsters waiting in the wings. Few United youngsters stand a chance of emulating the legendary Wayne Rooney, but if anyone's capable of doing it, it's Amir Ibrahimov. The Russia-born England U16 star joined the club from Sheffield United in 2022 and immediately began turning heads, both in terms of aptitude and attitude. He captained United's U14s and U15s teams as he progressed through the academy. In a match against Tottenham's U15s, Ibrahimov won a penalty after dribbling into the Spurs penalty area. However, as he did not believe he was fouled, he passed the penalty, resulting into the goalkeeper's hands, a gesture that garnered national attention. Since then, he's made sporadic appearances for the U18s and was even called up to train with the senior team aged just 15. In January 2024, he started for United's first team in a behind-closed-doors friendly match against Burnley, playing as a left winger. Ibrahimov's former coach, Raduccio King, thinks the sky's the limit for him, telling Manchester Evening News, "There aren't many I've seen that can run like him. I could see him playing as a number 10, like a Wayne Rooney role, driving forward, switching balls, tackling, attacking, you name it. Just making sure the team does well. He can attack and defend." Ibrahimov, who turns 17 in April, is being earmarked for a not-too-distant future place in the first-team squad. Despite being one of the youngest players in the competition, he's scored 5 times in 10 U18 Premier League matches this season, and his meteoric rise is only expected to continue. Another starlet tipped to earn a place in United's attack soon is 17-year-old Chido Obi Martin. Amorim has been keeping an eye on the young forward, inviting him to several recent first-team training sessions. Signed from Arsenal in 2024, Obi Martin, who once bagged 10 goals in a U16 match, has been accelerating through the ranks the way he accelerates past defenders. On his first outing in a United shirt for the U18s, he scored a hat-trick and has registered 10 goals in 9 appearances across games for both the U18s and U21s teams this season. He's also the U18 Premier League's highest ever goal scorer, with a staggering 37 goals in 23 games across stints with both Arsenal and United. He's developed a reputation as a clinical finisher, capable of scoring all kinds of goals from all areas of the pitch, as well as an extremely hard worker. He was like a sponge. Arsenal head of recruitment from U12 to U14, Paul Aladahare, told The Athletic. He could take 10 shots, bag 9, and if he missed one, he wanted to start again. He goes again until he gets it right. He used to be a good finisher, and now he's a great finisher. He can still be better in his striking, but he's got quite an unconventional technique. But if it is still ending up in the corner of the net, then who cares? Aladahare added. He believes he is the best player at his age group in the world. That is his mentality. The Denmark native, who is also eligible to play for England and Nigeria, reportedly left Arsenal for United due to assurances about his path to first-team football. So don't be surprised to see his name on United's team sheet in the near future. In an attempt to shake things up in the senior squad, Amorim has asked 4 young stars to come and train with the senior players on a regular basis. The quartet includes midfielder Jack Morehouse, centre-backs Tyler Fredrickson and Godwill Kokonki, and goalkeeper Ely Harrison. Harrison, 18, was recently recalled from his loan spell at National League Northside Chester and has been thrust into training alongside Andre Onana, Altay Bayindir and Tom Heaton. 19-year-old Morehouse, meanwhile, has been impressing with the U21s and was nominated for the Premier League 2 Player of the Month award in December, following a strong run of form, which evidently catching Amorim's eye. Kokonki, 16, is rated supremely highly in the academy and considered United's next big thing at the back. Meanwhile, 19-year-old Fredrickson is captain of the U21s and viewed as one of the academy's most consistent performers. All 4 have been brought in to keep the senior players on their toes amid suggestions that Amorim is prepared to throw them into action if his first-team regulars continue to underperform.